Hi guys, as you can see, I obviously did not continue recording the other day. Oh, my camera's gonna die. Batteries. Okay, hello y'all. Oh my god, I've tried to vlog like literally 10 times and it just turns into a fail. Sorry, I'm making sure Jade is asleep because I just like need a moment. So the boys, why do these look like gross? The boys are back in school, which is really nice. So Parker and I are back to dating each other because they're back in school. We usually would have like our day dates while they're in school, but you know, summer. Jade comes with us. She is our little third wheel, but bringing all of them, no. So we just did that. We had a little quick coffee date. Now he has a meeting. The coffee place that we go to is near like the office. So he ran in to have a meeting and then he'll just Uber home because I'm obviously not gonna wait here during his meeting. I was gonna do live updates the other day when I was getting ready and then my camera died. Well, the battery was about to die. Then I went to switch to another battery and that battery is dead. And then I switched to another battery and that battery was also dead. I don't know how the hell all three of my batteries ended up being dead. If you watched my get ready on TikTok, then you saw where I said that we put an offer on in a house and it's kind of like a funny story. So the house that we offered on is the first house that we ever looked at. And if I'm being completely honest, it was like extremely overpriced, but I just felt like it was overpriced because the lady had an attachment to her. Her husband passed away from cancer, which is super sad, and I totally understand why she would have like an attachment to that house. They lived in it for almost 30 years. They raised their kids in that house. Like none of the comps were making sense. We were trying to find comps that made sense to that house, but it just like wasn't happening. And the realtor told us that she was wanting to move to Oklahoma because I guess that's where all of her kids live, and she just was kind of like ready to get out of the house. But at that price point, I was just like I just wasn't willing to do that. I kind of just moved on. Like we started going to open houses. I was looking at houses every single day. And that house definitely stuck in our mind. Every single time we saw a different house, we were like, oh my God, like that one house, the backyard is so good. It has so much potential. So she ended up lowering the price. I was on Realtor one day and I saw that she lowered the price. And in my opinion, it still was too overpriced. And so then Parker had this idea to kind of, I hate to say lowball, but it wasn't technically a lowball. It's just what realistically the house is worth without like the sentimental value, I guess, as a buyer, because I don't have a sentimental value to that house. So like realistically with the comps, we offered what the house is worth. So we decided to kind of just throw it out there and see if she would do owner finance, which a lot of people don't want to do owner finance. And in my head, I already knew she wasn't going to want to do that. But Parker was like, let's just ask, like what? It's going to be no. If she says no, then it's no. So he offered an owner finance deal with an offer that we were comfortable with. And of course she said no, but her realtor was like, if you want to send that same offer of what we are willing to pay for the house, but without owner finance, like I really, really think you should do it. He didn't say she was going to accept the offer, but he was like, I really think you should do it. So we did. We sent an offer for the same thing without owner finance, just like buying the house, and she rejected our offer. Well, she didn't reject our offer. She countered. So she countered with the price that she would want, and we weren't too far off. Like I said, we just had a certain number in our head for what we feel like the house is worth because it is an old house. We have to remodel. Like I have to knock down the kitchen. I have to remodel the bathrooms. I have to redo the floors. I have to paint everything. The backyard needs so much maintenance. I guess her husband used to take care of the backyard maintenance. And since he's passed away, the house has definitely kind of like the property has not gotten the love that it needs, which totally makes sense. Like if that were to happen to me, like I would not give a fuck about a backyard. We have to do a new fence. Like we have so much work to do on this house. So we kind of weren't going to really budge from what we felt comfortable with. So when they countered, although it wasn't that far off, we countered again because we just were like, the work that goes into this house, like we're gonna have to put hundreds of thousands of dollars into it, like if I'm just being honest. We countered again a little bit over our original offer, and I think it took her like 2 days and then she decided to accept it, which is super exciting. I'm so excited because again, this house is an old house, but the area that we live in, you're not necessarily paying for the house. You're paying for the area, you're paying for the community, and for me, that's worth it for my kids to be neighbors with their teammates, to be able to stay in the same school, and just to like have a community. And I also know once we fix up this house, even though it might take a minute, it's going to be like amazing. So yeah, she accepted our offer, but we still have to get an inspection and, you know, all that house buying stuff. This is actually my first time buying a house. It's not Parker's first time buying a house, but it's my first time buying a house, and to be his first time buying a house that like we have to actually work on and like make it our home. And once everything is finalized, I'll show you guys the house and like my plans for it, but I obviously don't want to show that now because I want to get it taken off of like the places that it's on and stuff like that, because people are freaking weird and I don't want people finding out where I live. I don't want to like get my hopes up too much because I've heard about inspections going wild, and I'm okay with cosmetic, but I'm not okay with like if the pipes or something need to be completely replaced. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna go with this house just because I am okay with knocking walls down, I'm okay with painting, I'm okay with redoing the floors, redoing the bathrooms, but pipes and like stuff like that, I don't think that's going to be a problem because, like I said, they really took really good care of this house for the 20-something years that they were living in it. The backyard is so huge. We have so many plans for the backyard. That's the main thing that, like, pushed me to this house because I've always wanted a freaking big backyard for my house. And living where we live, our old house that we lived in for, like, 6 years, we were basically downtown, so there was no way that we were gonna have a backyard. You kind of just don't really get that in the city. Like, you either decide, do you want the house in the city or do you want a backyard? And then we moved a little bit further from downtown, and our house now, it has a decent sized backyard, but not big enough like that we could put a pool. Not that we own the house, so we wouldn't put a pool because we're renting, but it's not big enough for a pool. It's barely big enough for the dogs. Like, the kids don't even really go back there. This house is a blank slate basically. Like, it has an old tree house that I think the dad probably built, or the husband probably built for his kids a long time ago, but it's so old it needs to be knocked down. But I would love to put like a new one there for the kids, and then there's totally enough space to put a whole pool and still have a backyard. Like, that was my big thing. I want to be able to have a pool, but also I want to be able to have still backyard and grass because we are outside a lot with our kids. I want to be able to have green, luscious grass back there that we can sit on. I still want trees for shade. I just have a lot of plans for this house, and I really hope that everything goes smoothly and the inspection goes smoothly. I like to be a positive person when it comes to things like this because I definitely feel like you manifest things that happen to you. But I'm not gonna lie, I get a little nervous. Like, I get a little nervous about being a little too excited. There's just so much stuff I want to do, and I'll share my plans with you guys. Like, I'm gonna take you guys along for all of this if we do decide to go with this house. So yeah, that's my house update. If you were watching my last vlog and I was talking about that we're going to start looking at houses, you know, in that vlog where I was like, Parker found this house and I really want to go see it, that's the house that I was talking about. And when it came to house shopping, I really did want to get an older house like this that I could redo because my style, I don't know, like, I definitely have a certain style that I really want, and I haven't seen houses in my area that have that style that I want. And there are beautiful houses in my area, obviously, but they are very like cookie cutter style for Texas. If you live in Texas, you know what I mean. Like, the brick house is kind of like what we're living in right now. Beautiful houses, but that's not my style. Like, I want to add some character to my house, and so that's why I wanted to get an older house, but an older house that had good bones, and that's what I feel like this house has. So anytime I would see like a new build or something like that, even though it's in our budget, I kind of just was like, that kitchen is pretty. Like, it is a pretty kitchen. But if we got that house, because it is a new kitchen, I don't know that I could get myself to knock it down and redo the kitchen because it's already new. Like, why would I do that? Why would I pay that much money for a new house and the kitchen's new? Like, why would I knock that down? So I knew if I got an older house, the shitty, ugly kitchen, like, I would do it. Like, I will knock that down. Hello guys, it is the next day. Jay just woke up from a little cutesy girl nap, and now we're having a little snack. Parker's on a conference call out there, so I didn't want to have her out there while he's on a conference call. And if you can hear the stomping, it's Oliver coming down the stairs. Brian left to his dad's house really late last night. Vlogging. What are you doing? Rue, if you're gonna come in here, you can't start taking her passies. What's that good? Rue. No, okay, Blue, you don't ever do that. Don't be starting to act brand new. So he said he was coming home today, but I'm getting the vibe that he's gonna come home tomorrow. And they're about to leave for golf practice, so I guess Brian will just miss golf today. Do you like it? I wish you guys could see his face right now. Is it not good? I told you it's for babies. Well, I'm not gonna go because it is 101 degrees outside.
Mom, can you sit in the car?
Baby, why would I sit in the car if I can sit right here? Here, Jade.
I want you to be with us, please.
I'm sorry, not today. I don't want to sit in the car.
Let's Friday?
Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit cooler next Friday. I just don't want to sit in the car for an hour with Jade. This is the organic bar from Yummy. It's like a strawberry, and it says it has 9 superfood veggies in it. I got them at Target the other day.
Mom, I ate some veggies.
Oh my god, yeah. And I also got a different flavor too, but I've just opened this box, and so these are the ones that I've been giving her. And she really likes them. They're soft because Jade still doesn't have any teeth, so they're soft enough for her to chew. Even though I've gotten a lot better with the anxiety of her not having teeth, because before I was like not really giving her certain foods and stuff. But then I saw TikTok of this dentist, like this pediatric dentist, saying your baby's gums are literally bones. Like you can give them pretty much anything and they'll be okay. Their bones are strong enough to chew through everything. So literally anything we eat for dinner now, I give to Jade. Anything that's not fried, I'm giving to her for dinner. So
And breakfast.
and breakfast, yeah, she's been eating breakfast. Anything we eat for breakfast, yeah. Rue, stop biting me. No, we don't bite. We've kind of just been bumming it today. Haven't really been doing anything.
Does that bar have sugar?
It's like a Z bar, but for babies. Added sugars, 0. It's sweetened by fruit.
Okay, bye.
You need socks.
I do.
Love you. Have fun. I think we're gonna go to dinner tonight. Parker asked if we wanted to go to a dinner, but obviously with the kids, we'd just do like a date night with the kids because I don't know who would watch them. Well, I know I could get a sitter, but I don't want to because my family's all chipping in to help us next weekend. We're going to Pittsburgh for a wedding. So Oliver and Blue are gonna stay with my sister at her house. And then Brian was supposed to go to his dad's house, but since he went this weekend, I don't know if he's going to want to go next weekend. So he'll probably also stay at my sister's house with Blue and Oliver. Or he'll probably want to go to my cousin's house. I'm not really sure. I have to figure that out with him now. And then Jade is going to stay here at my house with my other sister and her boyfriend and Rue. So they're going to stay with the babies here. It just is easier because Jade is on her routine. She has her crib here. She has all her snacks, her food here. We made it like a really short trip because I knew I was going to be leaving her. We bought the tickets to leave Friday morning at like 10 a.m. to get there for the welcoming party. That's at 7 p.m. And then the wedding's on Saturday. We'd be there all day Saturday. And then we'd leave Sunday morning. Just because I'm not ready to need you for full days. Mwah. I think your daddy's about to leave without saying bye to us, girl. He better not. I love you. I love you.
Let's stick his booty.
Later, baby.
Baby.
You okay?
Yeah.
All right, Oliver, let's go.
Bye, Felicia's.
Bye, Michelle.
No, Rue. No. Rue loves Jade's pacifiers. I don't know, like, if it's, I don't know, but she is obsessed with Jade's pacifiers. Who do you think, baby? Gentle. Be gentle. Be gentle. Yeah, not me having 2 babies. I'm a crazy person, apparently. I want to do a Q&A, like, at my little desk while I'm getting ready. The thing is, Jade won't let me get ready anymore if she sees me at my desk. Like, she wants to get ready with me. I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you. Okay, let's do the Q&A while Jade is chilling, watching her movie. I hope it's not too loud. I turned it down as low as I could where, like, she could still hear it. So I hope you guys mainly hear me. I need to, like, wake up. I'm feeling very meh. Really, I'm looking at home shit. Like, I'm like full in the remodel where I'm like, this is inspiration, like creating mood boards and things like that. And I just get really stressed out, especially because we're gonna live in that house during remodel. And if you've heard anybody say that, that is like the worst idea ever. But just paying like for rent here and then a mortgage is just not, like, could it be doable? Yes, but would it be fun? No. And then that money that we'd be paying for rent here, I want to put that towards my floors. I want to put that towards my bathroom. So that's just kind of stressing me out because I'm thinking like maybe we will stay here for an extra month and do as much as we can in that month at the new house. I've just heard about delays in construction, but then I hear people say this only took us this amount of time. So I've never done this before. I'm really nervous. So I asked you guys on Instagram a few days ago to leave me some questions because I wanted to do a Q&A. I just feel like I haven't done one of these in so long. Okay, I have all of your guys' questions. I'm just gonna answer as many as I can right now. Each of the people emailed me yesterday and asked me if they could add me to their PR list, and I just was like, bitch, Are you asking me? Like, I've literally been using you guys for years. Yes. This is Beat the Sun by or from Crave Beauty. I've really been liking the sunscreen. I'm gonna fix my pony too. My hair is disgusting. Like, look at this. But I really did not want to wash it last night. Okay. It's not perfect, but it will do. It's out of my face. I got this one a lot. What were you most self-conscious about in postpartum? So I feel like with every kid, it was so different. For me, Brian, it just was so easy. And I also was so young. I was 17, 18. So like, I know like as a teenager you probably have your insecurities, but truly like being pregnant at 17, like I feel like that's what our bodies are made for. I don't recommend it because obviously you want to be financially stable and you're not mature, blah blah, but like body wise, I had never felt better during a pregnancy. Brian was like the most trick baby of trick babies. Like he was the easiest baby ever. I really didn't have anything to go off of. And then I had Oliver, and my pregnancy with Oliver was just like a really hard, trying time. I was like really depressed my whole pregnancy because of outside factors. I don't really want to get into it that much, but I was so ready to have Oliver. You have no idea that when I had him, it just was like such relief. I just was like, holy fuck, like I'm not pregnant anymore. Like I can close this chapter of my life. He just was like your typical baby. Everything they warn you about, like babies do this, or babies wake up at night, or babies have this allergy, or babies, you know, they do this. Oliver had all of that. I still had a lot of anxiety after Oliver, but I wasn't like as depressed. I guess you can say I still was depressed, definitely, but not like I was when I was pregnant. With Jade, I literally was just in like a newborn bliss, like my own little bubble. I learned with the boys after having two completely different experiences that I knew she was gonna be my last baby, and I just really didn't want to fuck up this experience, and I wasn't gonna let anybody else fuck up this experience for me like I did when I was pregnant with Oliver. I really took that into consideration, and it was just so freaking nice. The only thing that was super different with Jade is I gained a fuck ton of weight. With Jade, I gained 26 pounds. With the boys, with Brian, I gained nothing. Like I gained no weight. The doctors were telling me like I need to gain weight. With Oliver, I gained 5 pounds. So I literally gained basically what Oliver weighed. He was 6 pounds. With Jade, gaining 26 pounds was so hard on my body, and it did suck, and I was like a little insecure about it because I had never gained that much weight in my life. It just was so uncomfortable. My body felt so heavy. Anything I did, like I couldn't breathe. It just was really, really hard. I was used to my body kind of just like snatching back, like really snatching back like as soon as I had a baby. But with Jade, everything really, really hung on to me. And so yeah, I would say like my biggest insecurity was like the weight not leaving, and then I was breastfeeding. And some people have, when they're breastfeeding, they lose a lot of weight because they're burning a lot of calories. My body kind of did the opposite. My body was trying to create so much milk for my baby that it was holding on to every fat that it could. I had a harder time with the weight gain while I was pregnant, honestly, than postpartum, just because I was just in such a newborn baby bubble that I didn't honestly care. Even though it was in the back of my mind, like, this kind of sucks. Like, why am I not going back like I did with the boy? Yeah, that was very long-winded. I can't go that long for all of these questions or else we're not going to get through anything. So basically, long story short, with Brian, it just was like a very easy postpartum experience for me. And then with Oliver, it was the depression and the anxiety. And then with Jade, it was the extra weight just making me so uncomfortable. Are you originally from New York? I'm from New York, moved to Texas, and I can tell, LOL, yes, I'm originally from New York. I say that, but like, y'all, I moved so much. My dad was in law school, and during that time, like, we moved a lot, and then my parents got divorced. I was born in New York, we lived in New York, and then my mom met my dad, we went to Utah, and then my dad got into law school, so that's why we came to Texas. And then my parents got divorced, and I went back to New York with my mom when I was like 12 or 13 or whatever. I stayed there for a while, and then I came back to Texas sometime in high school, and that's when I got pregnant with Brian. And then I've been here ever since. How do you interact with other moms when you are introverted? This is really hard for me because I'm gonna have to bring her up here, hold on. When it comes to interacting with other moms, I'm not the best at it. I definitely have gotten better. She looks crazy. It sucks when you pull up to a school and like all the moms are like kiki and ha-ha-haing and you're like, ugh, I have to go talk to them. And I'm not the best at it. Like most of the time I will stay in my car, but Parker is a very social person and he talks to way more people than I will. And I think it has a lot to do with like the neighborhood and the environment you go to, because Brian's old school, I don't know, I just wasn't vibing with any of those people. Like we never talked to any of them, and it kind of sucks because like Brian didn't have, I mean he had friends, but not really like the friends that he does have now where they're on his teams and like they talk and stuff like that. And I think it had a lot to do because we also didn't have relationships with the parents, because everybody there all had relationships with each other. Like all the parents were friends, they all hung out. And then we moved to the area that we live in now, and it's a lot easier because we actually live in a neighborhood. Before we lived basically downtown and everybody kind of just minds their business. It's not like a community where we live now. Right now we have a community pool and we all hang out and we all see each other, and people in my kids' class are our next door neighbors, so it's a lot easier to create those relationships when like they're literally in your face. Like I don't really have advice on the best way to do that because I'm really bad at putting myself out there and talking to strangers. What is your current weight? That's weird. Next holiday destination. Well, we're going somewhere this weekend for the wedding, but we're not taking the kids. And then I have something up my sleeve, but I can't talk about it yet. How do you keep up with household laundry? It's a never-ending struggle. So I have kind of like a little schedule that I stick to. We do have people that come to our house to help us once a week. So they come on Fridays. So on Thursdays, I will have the boys do their laundries. So the laundry is all clean before they come. And then I will also do my laundry. I don't have them clean Jade's nursery yet, so I can really just keep her laundry dirty for now and not be embarrassed that I have dirty laundry in there. So Jade's I just do whenever I feel like I need to do it. Like she has so many PJs, she has so many clothes that it's not that big of a deal. I can go honestly like 2 weeks without doing her laundry. So the boys I do once a week, every Thursday. I do mine every Thursday as well. And then Jade's I just do it whenever we need. And then Parker does his own laundry, and he doesn't do it on Thursdays because we do ours on Thursdays. I don't know when he does his, honestly. He just does it throughout the week. How do you manage kids and still take care of yourself? Babes, I just do. Like these kids aren't gonna throw me off my groove. I know it's hard and some days you just don't want to, and like this where she's getting into all my stuff, but one thing about me, I'm gonna take care of myself. Like if your baby needs to cry for 5 minutes so you can wash your ass or you can fix your hair, like that's just what it is. Like, I mean, and also I'm pretty good at multitasking. So during nap times, with Parker doesn't have a meeting and I need to do something, like we're really good at switching off, which that's another pro for me is that Parker, he's able to work from home. But with Oliver, he was not working from home and I still was just like, during nap times, I need to do this. If he was distracted by a snack or his toys, that's when it was me time. Like just stuff like that. Like you can just take 5 minutes out of your day. You don't have to get all ready like this. You don't have to do all that. But like something simple as just brushing your teeth, doing your hair, putting it in a cute little slip-eye blend, putting in some earrings, like that's gonna make you feel so much better. Would you ever move out of Texas? No. I mean, maybe when my kids are graduating. Parker and I have talked about going to Europe or something, but I wouldn't actually like live there forever. I love Texas. Have you always been an anxious girly even when you were a teenager? So I don't really remember if I was when I was a teenager, mainly because of my trauma. My brain just kind of hides that part of my life. If I'm being completely honest, like my home life with my mom was really, really toxic. And I say that out loud and now I'm like, bitch, yes, you were so anxious because of the stuff that she put us through. But like talking about anxiety and like what anxiety wasn't a thing then. So if I had known what anxiety was and like depression was then, I could say yes, but I don't really know. But I can tell you as soon as I got pregnant with Brian, yeah, I became a ball of anxiety, and then it got really, really bad. And then once Brian and I's dad split up, I actually learned how to cope with my anxiety really well and like figured out what triggers me and like what helps me. And then I got pregnant with Oliver and it just was like a really bad time. And I had the worst anxiety of my fucking life. Like I literally thought I was gonna die every day because people are weirdos and like want to harass pregnant people. But I'm not ever really gonna get into that. But that's basically what triggered my anxiety. I just was like harassed my whole pregnancy. So since then, it's just kind of been like a snowball effect. I've learned how to like manage my anxiety really well, I feel like, again. like I did before I had Oliver. Advice on growing on social media: post, post, post. I know you hear people say that all the time, but literally you need to post. Like, it doesn't matter what you're posting. If you think it's stupid, other people don't. I post shit all the time and I'm just like, why the fuck am I posting this? And then I have people comment and they're like, I love this video. Like, I love watching this. And I'm like, how? Because I almost didn't post this. You used to be super tiny and you talked about your weight. How did you gain more? I got pregnant with a girl. How were you able to be a teen mom? My sister's expecting, but she's so young and I'm worried. I just had a really big support system with like my dad and my sisters and Brian's dad and Brian's family. Everybody was really supportive of us, so that really helped. And my biggest advice is to be there for your sister. And I'm not saying be there for her financially, like literally just being there for her and being that village that she's going to need. That's really what stands out to me when I think about being a teen mom. What do you do on days where you feel overwhelmed doing the momin' thing, if ever? I kind of just tell my kids, like I'm honest with them and I say, I'm overstimulated today. Like I need you guys to chill out. Or I go and shop a little bit. I leave them with Parker at the house. I'll go to Target. We live really close to like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Target. I'll just go and browse and shop a little bit. Or I'll just take an extra long shower. Like my showers are my me time and I just go at night. I don't have anybody come in the bathroom. I just do my skincare, I take my shower, decompress, and then I get in bed. After my showers, I'm not doing other shit. Like I'm getting in bed. I'm getting ready to give birth to my first child. Did you go natural route or epidural? Epidural, baby, every time. I'm getting the epidural. As soon as I feel a little pinch, oh, poke me up, baby. Do you ever want to make it even and have 4 kids to possibly get Jade number 2? Ner. Parker sniffed up. We are done having baby. And also Jade has a sister. She has an older sister. They're not with us full time, but like it wouldn't make it even because we have 2 older kids in Florida. Like that would make us have 6 kids, which sounds absolutely fucking insane. So Jade has a sister. Jade has my niece. Jade has my little sister. Jade has her little besties. We are not having any more kids. Are you on birth control? No, because our man has a vasectomy. So he's the one on birth control. How long did you breastfeed baby Jade? I'm 5 months and it's kicking my butt. Yeah, that's about the time where I was like, alright, this is a little too much. I stopped at like almost 7 months. Before finding your husband, was it hard dating being a single mom? No, not really. I wasn't really dating like that serious. I was going out with my sisters a lot, but I've always had a really good co-parenting relationship with Brian's dad. So when he would have him, like I'm not gonna sit at home and mope around. Like I was going out and living my life. So yeah, I just, whenever he was with his dad, I would go and have fun. How do you find time to work out with 3 kids? I can barely with 1. Like I said, the nap times right now, if I really wanted to, I could put Pilates on the TV while she's playing with her toys, get a little workout in on the mat at home. So in the mornings, our routine is Parker drops off the boys at school, then he goes to the gym, he'll come back. And by the time he gets back, Jade is almost ready for a nap. I'll hand Jade over and I'll go to my Pilates and he'll put Jade down for a nap while I'm at Pilates and then he'll work. And then I'll come home and she'll probably sleep for like another hour. And then she wakes up and if I have something to do, he'll take her. If he has something to do, I'll take her. This one's interesting. Did you have a hard time pulling yourself from Mormonism? As someone that grew up in the church, I feel like I was brainwashed into certain things and feel so guilty not taking my son to church. Does that ever get to you? I struggle with it so bad. It doesn't get to me at all. I don't feel bad because I don't want my kids to grow up in a toxic environment like that. And I'm not saying this to offend anybody that's still Mormon, but my dad literally was born into the church. And when he realized in his 30s that he had been brainwashed, it was earth-shattering for him. And I grew up going to the church, but my mom wasn't born into the church. She converted whenever she married my dad. I feel like I was lucky in that sense because even though we went to church, my mom wasn't like super crazy about it. And like I was baptized, and we did go to church, but it was never like hammering down. There's so many questions about balancing motherhood and it is just so fucking hard. Like I can't give any advice on that because you just have to find out like what works for your life and it's trial and error for so long. Why did you stop breastfeeding? Because I wanted to. Will you be getting Jade a big girl bed for her first birthday? No. I'm keeping her in a crib for as long as I can. I kept Oliver in the crib till he was like 3. I'm doing that with Jade. Do you talk to your mom now? Nope. It's going on like 3 years actually since we've been no contact, or maybe it's been 4. Probably like 4 years actually. And I'm gonna get more into that. I know I get so many questions about that because I just kind of like breathe through it every time. But it's just such a, not a sensitive topic for me anymore, but it's definitely a sensitive topic for her, obviously, because no one wants to be called out on being a bad person. And even though I don't have her on any social medias, things get back to her, and I still have a relationship with my sisters who still have a relationship with her, and I just don't want it to like affect anybody and anybody be hurt by her because she's upset. But also, like, it's my story to tell, and that's why I have shared it before. But it's also not just like, oh, she did this and this, why don't talk to her. No, like, there is like my lifelong realizing that like I don't have to have people in my life just because they're family if they're not good people. I just realized that with her, and I cut her off, and people in my family just didn't actually think that I would do that because we've continued to like let her be toxic or treat us a certain way, and then we're just like, oh, we just would all move on from it. Nobody would talk about it, nobody would do anything about it, and then her behavior just would continue to get worse, honestly. I genuinely just was like one night thinking about my kids and how I could never, ever, 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 ever do the things that she has done or talk to my kids the way that she has talked to me and my sisters. And that's when it hit me that like, I do not need to have her in my life, and I definitely don't need to have her in my kids' life. Yeah, I'll have to get into that. It's just like, it's so much. And I thought I did like a little video on it, but I probably took it down because it probably got around to her and she probably threatened to kill me or something, I don't know. Anyways, my camera's about to die, so I still want to finish this Q&A because there's some good questions in there, but I have to charge this camera. My little battery pack isn't charging. I'll come back in a little bit and do some more questions, even though it'll probably be tomorrow, honestly, if we're being completely honest. Okay, last minute change. We're actually gonna go to a restaurant that we've been trying to go to, well, not trying to go to, that we've heard about for a while. My sister went there for her birthday and said it was really good, and I called and she was like, yeah, we have a reservation at 5:30, but you guys would need to leave by 7. And I was like, you know what, let's just do it. Like, we're gonna have kids, like, we're not gonna stay there all night and talk anyways. It's at 5 o'clock and it's 5:46, so we have to leave in like 10 minutes. Yeah. Let me see.
What is that, bro?
Not Oliver clowning on Parker.
That's probably one of my favorite pictures of the three of us.
Aww. Hi, Tinkaboody.
We're holding his bottle.
Thank you. iPads away to your plate.
Don't put that butt. Don't put that.
Relax.
Okay.
Finally not 106 degrees. It feels nice. I'm gonna get Jade's stroller so that we can take them on a walk. She did so good at dinner. She ate spaghetti, potato, a pouch. Something about a girl, she gonna eat. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Girl.
Blue, come here.
Rue.
She'll get it. She'll watch Blue.
Okay, we're gonna get these kids ready for bed, and I will hop back on here tomorrow. Hello guys, it is the next day. I'm headed to a nail appointment. I had already actually left, but I had to come back because I forgot headphones, and going to a nail appointment without headphones, no, absolutely not. We're leaving for that wedding on Friday, so I tried to push my nail appointment as much as I could. As I was leaving the house, this one literally popped off. Like, look at it right here. The whole damn nail, and then this one broke as I was putting Jade in her little chair. Wait, oh my god. For a second I thought I didn't have Aquaphor. Cannot leave the house without Aquaphor, I'm sorry, what? I have a dress for the wedding, but I don't really know what I'm gonna wear to the welcoming party. But I don't really know the vibe, and like, men are so vague. I'm like asking him like what is it? Like, what is it? Black tie? Is it this? Like, is it cocktail? Like, what? So I want to find like a cute little dress that can be considered casual or dressy, and probably just bring like either heels or sandals with me. That way I can dress it up or dress it down. Okay, we're done. These are my nails. I went with the milky white. It's kind of like a little pinkish milky white. I just feel like this will go well with everything that I'm going to be wearing this weekend. I actually put a good dent in this coffee. I also still haven't ate today. I should probably do that. Let's run to the mall really quick. I really just want to go to Free People. I'm really hoping I can just find a dress there so I don't have to go anywhere else. Okay guys, I went to the mall and that was like the biggest fail I've ever had. I went to every store that usually hits for me and I found literally nothing except stuff for Oliver. I left because the boys are about to get off, and then right when I was walking into the mall, one of Brian's teachers called me and gave me some really annoying news. It's not anything that he did. We've talked about this. Brian's okay with me talking about this. Brian's dyslexic, which means he doesn't go to regular language arts. He goes to dyslexia class. And I don't know if I talked about this. I'm pretty sure I did, but they rezoned us. So the boys are in a new school. Really annoying, really inconvenient, but we do really like this school better, so in the long run, like, it is better. I don't know, it's very confusing, and it's like a lot of mixed emotions because it is a little more difficult when you have a kid in like dyslexia and stuff like that. So he was starting with a new dyslexia teacher, and a lot of kids in 6th grade have already graduated from dyslexia, but because Brian keeps getting moved from school to school, he still is in the program. So homeroom that they put him in, his time slot for dyslexia, they're doing math. They're not doing language arts. There's only 2 teachers per grade in this school. It's a really small school. Brian obviously cannot miss math. He's supposed to be missing language arts, and the other teacher does language arts during that slot. So even though he's in a new school already with a new teacher and new kids and new friends, they're making him move homerooms because they messed up. And then on top of that, the homeroom teacher that he's going to, she's pregnant, so she's leaving in September, which means another teacher's gonna come, which is just gonna be another change. It's just like a lot and like very inconvenient. And a week in school probably doesn't sound like a lot, but for a kid, it is a lot. And like, he's already made new friends, and like, they're on his soccer team and stuff like that. And I'm sure there are boys on his soccer team in that other class, but yeah. So he has to switch classes starting tomorrow. So now when he gets home right now, I have to tell him that he has to switch homerooms. And then I have a little surprise for the kids that I was gonna wait to tell them for like a month, because it's not until a whole month. And you know, when you tell kids things, like, I like to tell my kids things either day of or seriously the day before, because they will ask, and Oliver will be like, how many hours, how many seconds, how many days until this thing that we have to do. So we're taking the kids to Disney. Disney invited us to go, which is just absolutely insane, and it worked out perfectly because Oliver's been asking to go to Disney for his birthday for like 2 years, and last year we couldn't go because I had a brand new baby, and this year we were like, okay, let's talk about, like, let's see how we can get to Disney for his birthday. And then Disney reached out and invited us in October. Well, it's the end of September, beginning of October. We'll actually be there for Jade's first birthday. So that also works out that I didn't even plan Jade a first birthday because I knew she was gonna be too overwhelmed, and I just didn't want to put her through that. So I didn't have to cancel a party or anything like that. We just were gonna lay low for her birthday. And now, sorry, this AC is so loud. I hope you guys could freaking hear me through that whole thing. That's gonna be so annoying if you couldn't, but I have this little microphone thingy, so oh my god, hopefully you guys could hear me through all that. So I figured, since I have to tell him the bad news about having to switch away from his homeroom with his little buddies, I'll tell him good news about going to Disney. And not to take the shine away from him, but Oliver is going to shit his pants when he finds out that we're going to Disney. I'm not even joking, he's been asking to go so much. And we took him when he was like 3, about to be 7. I think he was 3 when we took him. It was during COVID, and it kind of sucked because we didn't get like the whole experience because it was COVID. Like, you couldn't even take a picture in front of the castle. It was, you know how COVID was, like, it was so strict. So I'm excited to go now that he's taller. 1, to get on rides with his siblings, and 2, the restrictions will be like not how they were during COVID. Like, we couldn't even eat a lot of the food, the lines, you had to, it was crazy. It was really crazy, and we're just so excited. I'm so excited. I've already started getting Disney.
I don't even have a mohawk like that.
He kept on saying, show more, show more.
No, I didn't. He said I have a mohawk like
He
that.
said, show one more before we leave.
No, I didn't. You said.
did.
No, I didn't.
Okay, guess what? We have good news and we have bad news.
Well, what's good?
What?
Do you want the good news or do you want the bad news first?
Good news.
I knew you were going to say good news. Let's go with Parker first.
What? You're pregnant.
No.
No.
Oliver said no. We are going
We're moving.
to Disney.
When? For his birthday?
Jade's birthday. But it's for Oliver's too.
When?
All
When?
October's birthdays.
How long is that?
Yeah.
Unexpected.
5 days.
Thank you, Mom.
Well, you're welcome, but you need to say thank you to Disney.
They gave you the tickets?
Yeah. We're even basically my height.
Not
restroom there? Because I think I need to poop there.
Yes, they have fresh juice.
Okay. I'm trying to upload my TikTok video right now, and my TikTok videos keep getting stuck at 60%. Like, honestly, it feels like it's about to be my 13th reason why. It is so annoying. But now that the boys know about Disney, I can show you guys some of the stuff I've been buying. I saw this TikTok of this one girl saying that if you're looking for anything Disney, you need to go to Ross. And boy, she was not lying. I had such a hard time deciding what I was gonna get. I had like 20 shirts on my cart. They had the cutest stuff for Disney. If you're gonna go to Disney, go to Ross. I also got some stuff from Target and Amazon. From Target, I got this Winnie the Pooh oversized tee. I got it in an extra large because I want to be able to wear biker shorts with it and it be long enough to cover my bum. And then I got this one just to get with leggings as well. I saw this on TikTok. It's like going viral right now and it is actually so cute. It is so soft. But I'm freaking pissed because they forgot to take off my tag. So now I need to go back and do that. This is from Ross. Look how cute this is. I got this one for Oliver from Target. I got Brian one too, but Brian's has to get shipped here. They didn't have it in stock. And I got this one from Ross, and it's kind of like that vintage too, and it's very thin. And then I got these from Ross to go with like those shirts. These were $12. I almost poked myself in the eye. I got this hat because it was only $5 and it has a mini on it. And then I also got Oliver this one. I'm pretty sure this is a woman's tee, but it will fit him. I have to find shirts and like Disney merch in older boy size. I don't know, it's like so hard to find. And then we're hoping to take the older kids. So just in case I did get my stepdaughter some shirts, manifesting that she'll be able to come. It's like the vintage Mickey, but it's like a light blue. This is so cute. And then I got her this one that has Stitch on it. And it has like this cute little lace right there. She has lace and stuff all over her Pinterest board, so I'm assuming that's what kids are into right now. And then from Amazon, I got all of these socks. So these are Donald. I bought a little blue romper. That's this color blue. And I'm gonna wear these with my blue romper. I know I said I was gonna finish the Q&A in this vlog, but honestly, I really wanna start editing this because I have some time since practice was canceled. So I'm gonna end this vlog here so that I can start editing. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog and I will see you in my next one.